Hello, everybody. Welcome, LABRISHers. Hope you're good on this fine Friday. Yes, we made it. We made it to the end of the week. Hope you're having a good one. Let me just say hi to Instagram. Hi, Instagram. How are you? As well. I hope everyone's good and everything. Welcome. For those that don't know, this is LABRISH Live, where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Sade, all things sugar and shade, and I'm here with.
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy.
Yes. And guys, before we actually start getting into things, can you book the like button, please? Do it now, please. Subscribe to our channel. You aunties can never. Nana Evans, and hey, Sade Salami. All of our details are in the description box, so you could do it now. Mm-hmm. And thank you to everybody who subscribed to our channel as well. Absolutely adore you. Thank you so much. Who's in the chat, Nana?
We have Erin, aka the Black Widow, and Sonia Barley. I think that's it so far, isn't it? Or was there somebody else? Yeah, that's it so far. So everybody else, come in and say hello. Let us know who is watching as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, say hi, people. So today, before actually I get into what we're going to talk about today, guys, make sure you go watch our main episode, our main show. It's out now on our YouTube channel. Oh, sorry, Precious.
Oh, Precious is here. Hey, Precious.
Hey. So go and watch our main show as well, or watch it after this or this weekend or whatever. We talk about so many different things. We talk about Tiffany Haddish, Diddy, what's going on with Diddy, and we have, of course, some juicy Wendy Williams as well, actually, and we have juicy dilemmas too. So go check that out too. But today we are talking about Love is Blind.
We have more people rolling in. We have May. Happy Friday to you as well. Gilda has come in as well. Hey, Gilda.
Hey. So Love is Blind today. We're talking about episodes 10 and 11, the latest installment. Oh my God, there's so much scandal. so much going on in these episodes. I think we can get straight into it. We'll start with episode 10, and what we're going to do, we'll go through it like through the episode, couple by couple, and then the group bits. Yeah, that's the kind of plan and stuff. So at the moment, just to kind of start with the premise, our couples are at the moment AD and Clay, Laura and Jeremy, Amy and Johnny, Chelsea and Jimmy, and Brittany. Oh no, Brittany and Kenneth are gone. Sorry.
No, they're gone.
That's it. And in this episode, it generally was like meet the family and massive arguments. That's what there was. Seriously. So you say throw the whole season away. Oh God. So they done a little recap at the beginning of the episode, which I thought was very interesting because they showed the part where Jeremy broke up with Sarah Ann. I don't know if you caught that right at the beginning. They just showed that, where basically she was saying, we'll probably see each other sometime in the future. And he was just like, yeah, we'll see each other. Do you know what I mean? So they made it clear that what was said, what it was. Like, they made it absolutely clear. So we start actually on Jeremy. He's meeting his mum alone because Laura is not with him, and he basically tells his mum the story of like what went down with his very muted, dry version. King Cash.
King Cash has said, had to drop in and show love to King Jeremy. All right, King Cash.
King Cash, you are consistent. That's what I'll say. 100%. You are consistent. I love that. So he basically tells a watered down version of what happened, and basically says like, saw her out, chatted to her, drove her home. That was it, kind of thing. And he was adamant that nothing happened, nothing physical, sexual, romantic happened. That's what he kind of was his underlining point of this, like to clear that up. And his mum was just like, lucky it wasn't me. Because
his mum was annoying me.
She was annoying.
Why? I mean, I know like not everybody can like ham it up for the cameras, but I wanted more. I wanted his mum to actually like really go in on like how disappointing it is that he has done this to Laura. I thought she was just a bit too timid. It was like, okay, Jeremy's just chatting shit. He's basically ended his engagement because he stayed out all night with the other girl, and all he got was, yeah, I mean, I would have done worse if it was me. I was like, nah, man, come on, give us something.
To be fair, I feel like some mothers would just be like, what's she angry about? Do you know what I mean? So, and I was more the lines of, at least she said something. Do you know what I mean? At least she wasn't condoning it. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of boy mums as well, they do this.
Yeah.
They kind of like enable their son's behavior and stuff, and she didn't. But she seemed like, yeah, she didn't. She was just like, oh, it's, you shouldn't. What did she say? She said something about, at least you still get your dog.
Yeah, your dog's always going to be there for you. It's like,
yeah. Yeah. And Jeremy was not really apologetic. Like, do you know what I mean? He was just like, I didn't realize that by doing that I would lose a fiance. And it's just like, bro, are you okay? Like, the thing is, yeah, I know Laura she's Marmite, right? Not everybody likes her, kind of thing. I know she's Marmite. Do you genuinely think that she's an idiot? Do you genuinely think that she would tolerate something like this? Nothing about her character to me is saying that she would be okay with this. Not at all. Like, it's weird.
And she seems very prideful anyway, as standard. So she is never going to. You're going to spend the whole night talking to the girl that was basically her enemy in the pod, like literally, like the other side. That's never going to work. Ever. She absolutely is going to check out of this process. Like that, it's a madness that he thought maybe they were going to be able to talk through it. But also, like, as was it Shantae May said, yes, plus she is privy to the other engagement, so a slap was needed. Jeremy has form for doing shit
from the mum. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was like, come on now. And he should also know, like, Laura has a wicked tongue on her. She ain't going to be nice to you. Yeah. Like, he should have known that. Like, really, she ain't having it.
Yeah. And she said she said in the previous episode she didn't want to meet his mum, and she didn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not surprised. We're actually not surprised. So then we see Amy and Johnny. They're doing a little bit of DIY. And that, I actually think that's, apart from the lake, which we'll get to later, that's all we see from Jeremy Laura couple kind of thing. To say. So Amy and Johnny, now moving on to them, we first see them like doing DIY, and she just kind of gives up, and she's just like, yeah, I'm a princess, you guys do that. Do you know what I mean? And yes, as Sonia's saying, yes, they are very boring. They really are.
They're so dry, and it's really like, oh, I just don't care. I can't muster up
at all
the care for them. Each time they would come on, I am like, oh.
You can fast forward because you kind of know what it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? It's just actually really, really dry. And then also we see in this episode, Johnny meeting Amy's dad. The dad basically says, you know what, for me, the process has been like really overwhelming. Do you know what I mean? Didn't really know what to expect. Didn't know what you was going to bring to the table. My daughter is my everything. Do you know what I mean? And Johnny asks for the dad's blessing. There was a bit of a pause, but ultimately he said yes, and that was it.
Yeah.
I thought
that's my favorite scene of those two ever.
Yeah.
It's the most amount of attention I spent watching them. Like they actually, that whole part actually got me. Like I really was like, oh, I'm actually really interested in these two. For a second, it was just that scene.
Oh, serious?
Again, and I was like, no, they're boring. But that conversation, I was like, this is really, really cute. And everything her dad said is what you would want a parent to kind of deliver their child, to be like, they mean so much to me. Like I was like, this was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
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 What did you think?
I thought it was a bit boring. But it's fine.
Yeah, Sonia Barley said David brought a tear to my eye. Like, yeah, her dad was the star of their relationship, most definitely. I could have
So
watched her dad. Like, if every scene they had with her dad in it, I would watch them.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was lovely. It
No,
was
we're getting that. I
really
don't know. Maybe I'm just in a thingy kind of mood. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't feeling it, but I was just like, nah. Missed the game, I told you.
Side note, word on street is time missed the game. I told you.
Yes, we did talk about that. We did talk about, sorry, just side noting to Ty and Ella, right?
Yeah.
And but they've been spotted going on the same trip together. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think you're wrong. I think when I said the two of them are going to be back at it for the summer, the two of them are going to be back at it for the summer.
I don't know.
They're broken up. And they haven't said that they've broken up as well. So
they haven't officially said no.
No.
They haven't. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so Chelsea and Jimmy. Okay. We first see them when Chelsea meets Jimmy's family. They're a little country. They seem a little bit country to me. They were giving me King of the Hill type vibe.
Yes, that's exactly his family.
Yeah.
Did it make more sense for you now that he's with Chelsea than Jess? Like, I couldn't see Jess sitting with his family.
Absolutely not. The thing
I
is,
understand now.
he's so punching with Jess. It's unbelievable. Like, in what this is not. It's not, like, do you know what I mean? These two, they go together. Yeah. They go together. For everything that I've seen of Chelsea's family, his family now, you guys go together. Yeah. That's you, bro.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
I was totally like, oh, now it all makes sense. And I did think that Chelsea actually looked not too dissimilar to his sister.
Yeah. I saw that too.
I was like, oh, okay. Now I understand Jimmy. Now I get it. This is familiar.
I will say, Chelsea's skin looked good though. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because she's back home, but she's glowing. Like, in the skin department, I'll give it to her. She is glowing. Like, look very, very good. You know, Jimmy does like say to the family that they've had a few fights, and Chelsea's like straight in there. Not really fights, discussions. Do you know what I mean?
And that is a lie.
It's a lie.
How are you lying to the parents? Like, the first time you're meeting them and you're already lying. Like, she is absolutely a psycho, but I feel like she fits in more. Like, I could imagine their family barbecue, and I think she is going to fit in with them. Yeah,
definitely. It would be. I can imagine a mess. I'm not gonna lie. They just seem like messy traits. Sorry, I know it might be a bit rude, but the mum to me sounded like she was smoking 30 a day, to be honest. Like, I was just like,
what I was gonna say is, I can see Chelsea and the mum drinking on a porch, having arguments, making up, but the two of them, I think they're either going to get on or they're not, because they're the same. But yes, the Newports, a drink, that is basically Chelsea in 40 years' time. The same woman.
I think so. KB.
KB says, Jimmy's fam is more southern trailer poorer. He's the most educated and he's sensitive to how people view poor southern whites. I grew up in the South. If you know, you know. Yeah, you can tell he's the one that, but there's a familiarity, and I think Chelsea may be similar for her family as well.
I think so.
I mean, she occupies that same space, like the one that got educated.
Yeah.
But they're still country.
Yeah.
It's in a minute.
It seems like it. Also, as well, Americans, what's a rat pack? Because the dad was saying, like, so the mum and dad, they've been married for 43 years, and they said, like, at the beginning of their marriage, they wrote down like things that irritated them about each other, and the dad was like, you know, I wrote, she's a rat pack, she's a rat pack, she's a rat pack. What does that mean? Like, culturally, that's lost on me.
I thought it was probably some type of a football team that she supports, is what I presumed. But please, if anybody knows what he was talking about.
Oh, Erin saying
somebody who just buys and stores too many things. Oh, a hoarder.
A hoarder. Oh, okay. Why did they leave that in? That's so weird.
So she's a hoarder.
There's no context.
I can literally imagine. Imagine the house now. But okay, interesting.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I mean, that's a bit scary.
A little bit. A little bit. Rat pack. I wonder how you get that, because rats are packed in. Is that what it is, or like because there are many of them?
Yes, that's what he said. It was pack rat.
Pack rat.
He said did I say rat? He's a pack rat. Yeah.
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 Oh, he said it wrong. Oh, okay. Right.
Also grab stuff off the streets on trash day.
I don't like that.
Maybe the dad was actually trying to warn Chelsea.
They scavenge. Oh, okay.
Are you sure you want to join this family, Chelsea? Sure you want to join this pack? Oh my god! I need to go back now and look at his, I need to go back and look at his face more intently to see if he was like, "Dad, shut up." Because you know you can do.
Yeah.
Really, your eyes are intently like, no, don't share that yet.
That's bad.
She was literally getting it out the mud. Oh Lord. Wow, his mum's a hoarder.
Yeah, and honestly, just list like I'm just adding to my list mentally reasons why to avoid relationships, because I will not be married it. Can you imagine just married into that? That's
yeah.
Not gonna happen.
I think yeah, he probably picked the right girl, actually.
Yeah, I think so. So they get back home. Chelsea reveals that she was cranky in the morning, because in Chelsea's world, you can never have just a good day. She has to ruin it. She has to. And she reveals that in the the night before after the camera crew left, that Jimmy actually went out, and he went out without her. They start arguing back and forth of whether he asked her to come with him or not. There's no clear answer on that. And like her main kind of gripe is that some girls from the pod saw Jimmy out, and they were like, why is your man out and you're not here? Do you know what I mean? That seemed to be her area of contention. It was at that point I realized how drunk she was. Like, she's drunk.
Yeah, so
she's actually
it took a minute, but there was like a drop of her eye, and it was like, hang on, is this girl been drinking or is she sleepy? And then as it went on, it was like, oh, so you're just drunk, yeah? So you got drunk with the mum. Like, the family looked like they can drink as well. So I think Chelsea also will fit in, but it was she was being weird.
She was being weird. I don't even know if she drank with the family, to be honest. I feel like she could have even drunk by herself. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would not be surprised. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. I just wouldn't be surprised. And Chelsea's just like, you know what? It's embarrassing. And she doesn't want to be with someone who goes out and parties. This is an overreaction. Like, this is not what has happened, like, at all. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even saying that Jimmy's in the clear completely, but that is not what's happened. He's not going out all the time and partying. He went out for what he says was like 3 hours total, and most of it was driving, right? Do you know what I mean? So like, it's just
she agreed when he said that. She was like, okay, granted you wasn't out for long, but I don't want somebody that even goes out and sees their friend.
Crazy.
Again, is Jimmy listening to her? Like, he literally sounds like a psychopath. I was literally like, this is crazy talk. And you should listen to somebody's crazy talk when they're drunk.
This is the thing, and this is what worried me about this whole thing, because Jimmy's saying, like, obviously I want to go out socially, it just definitely starts to escalate, and she's like saying, like, you lied to me in the pods. He's like saying, I didn't. She just generally thinks it's super embarrassing. I'm just like, you can't argue with a drunk person. Like, why are you arguing? Why are you arguing? Like, you can see she's intoxicated. Jimmy, why are you entertaining this? Shut this down. Do you know what I mean? Like, shut this down, like, completely. But he chose not to. He kind of, you know, kept going with it, you know, seriously. And then she kind of reveals that he was actually out with his girlfriends, you know, the girlfriends who, you know, we met the last time that he introduced her to, the girlfriends that he'd known for only 2 years. He was out with those girlfriends. That's what she's saying anyway, kind of thing.
Yeah, she added that in though. Like, you see, as it was escalating. So it starts off with, you were out, your girlfriends were there, and it's like, he never said, yeah, they were. You know, then he was like, no, you're now fishing. Because she just seemed to be throwing things in. And then this was there. And then where did you go? And it was just like, that. Can we get the through line of the thread? He went out for his brethren's birthday, had one drink and came back home. Now you're adding in more shit that could have taken place in any, like, it's mythical. And then somebody saw him, and then you're adding things on. It was mad. I agree with you. I think he literally should have, although the cameras are there and it's rolling, so he actually can't leave because they're filming. But in real life, he should have just been like, I'm not even chatting to you.
He should have done a Kenneth and just been on his phone. Like, seriously, if you have to film, just do nothing. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have to engage, and he chose to. So, like, you know, he was basically saying to her, like, because she was hammering him, like, who were you with? You're not being respectful. Who do you talk to when I'm not here? Where do you go when you're not here? Do you know what I mean? Who do you text with all day? And Jimmy's just like, listen, like, signing up with me is also signing up with my friends. Do you know what I mean? But then he does the old switcheroo, because he's just like, what do you want? He says, I'll step back and stop hanging out with my girlfriends, but you haven't asked me to do that. That's what he said, yeah? And then he was like, ask me to step back, yeah? He literally goads her into it. And she's just like, yeah, of course I want you to do. Then he's like, no, I'm not willing to take a step back.
I liked that maneuver from him.
Although
we know he ain't gonna stick with it, but he was being frustrated. But even that he was just saying no to her, I was like, thank you, Jimmy.
That was not cool. It was mean. It was mean. But yeah, he completely
mean too.
He completely wound her up. I don't think she was being mean. I think she was overreacting, and she was like, at this stage, she wasn't being mean. She was overreacting. She's lying and overreacting, basically. That's what she was doing. But I don't think she was being, she wasn't trying to, not spite is the word. I just don't think she was trying to be vindictive. She was coming from a place of insecurity, like tell me what's going on, you don't love me type of thing, because you're seeing other people. No, I don't think so.
I've gone out to have a drink. Now I've come back. We've had a good day with my family, and then you bring up some shit and you accuse me of being a liar for no reason other than you're drunk. That's being mean. Like, yes, you gotta feel it back. I'm here on a high, and now you want to bring me down because you're feeling like shit. That's mean. Manage your own emotions. And then you're trying to blame me for some people in the pod saying they saw me out, and where was you? Now I must take responsibility for you being in bed tired, and I shouldn't go and see my friends. That's mean.
Okay.
You're being controlling.
I feel maybe controlling. I don't know about mean though. I think what he done was mean. But he walks away, and then he's like, you know, brushing his teeth. She follows him, and she's just like, so you're not willing to take a step back? And he's just like, well, not really. This is the first time you're saying it. Do you know what I mean? And she's just like, you know, it makes me uncomfortable. I told you that, and everything like that. And then she starts shouting and getting in his face. And he's just like, you know, it's not like I've had a physical relationship with them. I want you to trust me. And it's at that point she lost control. She started pointing, getting in his face. She was just like, "You do, you fucking do." He looks like, whoa, I'm gonna be attacked at any moment. I'm actually gonna be attacked. And she basically revealed something that he didn't want her to reveal. And she was becoming more and more and more unhinged at this point. Yeah. And he says to her, like, look, I told you off camera, I didn't want to talk about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he seems to be more worried about his friends than actually what's happening in his relationship, which is
because it's escalated. I think this is just in life one of the things that people should always watch out for. When you've put a line in, I'm telling you something, couple that I'm telling you this, and we can't put this out on camera, and somebody goes against it, I think is one of the biggest red flags, because they will always push your boundary.
Yeah.
And they're not going to respect anybody else's around you as well. As long as they're feeling away, their feelings will become first. And when he said, like, I put her on camera, she's met you, how the public will now judge that girl, and you don't know what that's going to do in her work. We don't know what she does, any of all of that stuff. We speculated that they had probably slept together. It looked a bit obvious, but her confirming that, and if they've already been like, no, we're not going to put this out there as a storyline for us, that's huge. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't follow through and marry her just for that one thing alone. I'd be like, nah, I can't.
He was done. At that point, he was done. He was absolutely done. He was just like, nah, you've gone way, 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 way too far.
And she said, I don't care as well.
Yeah, she did.
You see in his face when he's like, hang on, cameras are here. And she's like, I don't care.
But this is the thing. I was just like, you know what? This girl should not drink. She should not drink at all. Although I think that alcohol only enhances what's already there, personally. Yes. Do you know what I mean? But she absolutely shouldn't drink. I think she can't. She is so insecure. And this is the point when she starts talking about Jess. Do you know what I mean? I heard you was with Jess. And it's just like, no, you didn't. You didn't. Like, we could see that this is happening. But I do think it is a bit like, because then he calls out, he says to her, like, look, I think that you're fishing. I think you're insecure about Jess. I think, do you know what I mean? This kind of thing. And, he's like, she's like, didn't you tell me she's a Kardashian? He's like, no, Jeremy told me that she's like a Kardashian that goes to the gym.
I thought that was funny.
She starts crying again. She just starts crying. She's just like, and I feel like this is the thing. It's just like she says something, or she gets in these states and she starts crying and she's looking at him to like, come and console me. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's like standing firm. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Mercy said she needs to stay off the Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
She does. I know production are probably feeding her alcohol.
Yeah.
He will probably have to suffer this in life as well if he marries her. Like, I think this is
100%.
The
friends are gonna hate her now. But the thing is, at the same time, like, I do think it's like, obviously she should not have exposed it, kind of thing. Anything that you've agreed shouldn't be off camera. But I think it's weird that you're even on camera in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you slept with this guy, you shouldn't. It's almost like it's a note from production. That's what it seemed like. You need to bring this up in the scene. That's what it seemed like. So, like, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation because it's coming out. You've only known the guy for 2 years. You think production are not going to use this? They're going to use it.
I know. Absolutely. I guess in your best case scenarios, it's the thing of maybe it may not come out. Maybe people will speculate. I don't know. Maybe he is like, look, these are now my brethren, and you should meet them. I don't know. I mean, this all could literally be a storyline, but I was like, if it is as he stipulated, this was not supposed to be on camera. What she did was a proper boundary that you shouldn't be crossing. And then to say, I love her and carry on talking about it. I was like, Chelsea, you're a psycho. Like, this is not behaving. You don't love her. You don't even know her. about, but and I love her. It's like, no, you're
Yeah,
mad.
you don't love anybody. And this is a fit like we ain't seen AD's friends. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to see your friends. Have we seen Amy's friends? I don't think so. Like,
No,
do you know what I mean?
we actually haven't. We haven't seen much from Amy's life.
Seriously. At all, actually, really. But anyway, like I digress. Like I just feel like that he walked into it also. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. And yeah, so Jimmy's just he's vexed. At this point, he's vexed. He's mad. He's mad. He's mad. He's just like, if you think like if you're saying that you're unsure about me, because I think he answers her directly, like, how do you feel about us now moving forward? And she's like, I don't know. He's just like, if you're unsure, then it's a wrap. It's done. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to work. And then, you know, I don't know what he's doing, but he kind of is in the room and she kind of runs to him in a less dinosaur-y way this time. So it's possible. She's just like, please don't leave. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop. We're just talking, like, don't leave and stuff. And
that she has reduced it down to, no, this is just a simple
talk.
discussion. It's like she's crazy.
She's crazy. Oh, do you know what I mean?
No, flipping nuts. KB says lifetime friendships all start at year 1 though. Friendship length isn't the issue. Chelsea is just toxic and not suitable for a relationship until she gets herself sorted.
Do you know what it is with that though? It's just that if you've only known some like friend, especially in this situation, is suspect. And I think this is why they encouraged it to happen, because it's like you've known her for 2 years and they're the opposite sex. It kind of feeds into that thing: can people of the opposite sex be friends? Like all that kind of stuff. And is there underlying issue? Do you know what I mean? Or is there history somewhere? Do you know what I mean? It just fed into that. So it's not like, oh, it's not possible. It just kind of showed it was breadcrumbing his game already. Like that's what it was doing.
Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea herself said her BFF is her ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
Who she's clearly slept with. Just saying. Exactly.
Yeah. No, absolutely, Brie. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The girl's nuts. But it is the way she was hanging on. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I'm uncomfortable. And it is like, dude. Like, what is your actual problem though? Is it that he went and had a drink without you? Is it that he has these girls as his brethren? Is it that you think that he's seeing Jess? Which one?
All of the above, plus ads that people are saying, where are you? That's what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? All of the above. To be fair, you could even add in that Jimmy breathes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
basically. When she was like, you told me you did nothing. If somebody is telling me they did nothing but only worked, that's a catch. I'm then going to be like, that person is a catch. Like, basically, she wants him home all day long for her.
Yeah,
that's like her behavior.
No.
I don't want a man that goes out. What? What are you talking
about?
That's what
I knew she was just lying, because it's just like, huh? What are you talking about? Like, you're telling me in the pods, he never said that he goes out. And the thing is, that's the thing. Like, I can't lie. Jimmy was really justified himself. Like, it's not like I party. It's like I just go to like bars and, do you know what I mean? Or go occasions and stuff. Like, Jimmy, you don't even have to explain yourself.
Oh, I know, but
this is a thing.
Saying, I want a man that works in his home. And if that ain't you, that ain't the man I want. I'd be like, oh, free me, innit? As people have been saying, free Jimmy for real, for real.
But yeah, I don't even know why he was arguing with her when she was drunk. So anyway, the next day they actually make up. They make up. Chelsea returns home. You know, Jimmy's like, you know what, this is our worst fight yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really trust your judgment. He's real with it though. He's real. He felt betrayed.
He's always forgiving, and it's annoying.
Yeah. No, he is. Didn't like the way his arms were up and he was showing his sweaty armpits though. That was very distracting. I was just like, you know, do you know what I mean? She was, and I think like this is like technique as well. She was just quiet. She let him talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, she just listened to everything that that he was going to say. Do you know what I mean? She calls what happened a hiccup.
Literally.
She was talking about
the result of the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, she basically said that, like, it's not healthy to drink like that. Do you know what I mean? And like, she just needs to know when times get tough that he's just not going to walk her away from her. But I think he does point out at this point, well, you done the walking away and stuff, which he does do. He does bring up these things. He really does. But then she's like, I felt more in love with you yesterday than I ever have. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was just like, okay, this is the play. She knows how to get to him because he actually just wants to be loved.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He actually just wants to be loved. He actually can't take rejection either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a major thing for him. And she knows how to play it. He did say, don't cross the line with me again. And she's just like, yep, same for you as well. Do you know what I mean? We can't go for each other's characters and everything like that. And he completely doesn't want to eat, Then he's talking about, he loves her, all this kind of stuff. They kiss, they make up. She does say though, oh, you came here looking so fine or something, like you're dressing so nice. And I had to pause. I was just like looking at the out, like, what are you talking about? He was wearing a salmon t-shirt, a pale salmon t-shirt, yeah, and grey sweatpants. And I didn't see a print. So I don't know what it is. And I'm just like, oh, okay, this is game. You look so nice.
She is nuts. She is. Shantae May says, no, the producers, they are forcing Jimmy justice for Jimmy. I don't know, I feel like Jimmy is pretty smitten with this chick. Like, I think he is being played. There's something in the way he just, because he calls it out, but then afterwards is like, yeah, I'm sorry too. It's like, Jimmy, what are you sorry for? What are you sorry for? She started on you. Literally, no. Yeah, she does have the abuser's playbook. She does.
Yeah.
She knows how to play it really well. And that's starting off with the little voice when she started.
Yeah, people were talking about that, isn't it? The girly voice, yeah.
Nah. And then she can like ham it up. And then it's like, no, you're doing this to me. Like, you don't love me. And it's like, you literally just started on me.
Yeah. For no reason. And they're always at a point. It's just like, she doesn't want peace. She just wants problems.
Every day. Unless he is home licking her feet, that girl is going to start on him. Like, that's it.
Mate. Oh yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so then we get to AD and Clay. And yeah, AD's first there with her mum. Her mum was giving me Olivia Pope's mum vibes. Yeah,
she kind of looks like her for real.
He really does.
He does look like her. Oh my! I didn't even think about it. No, even her voice.
Yeah, the way she's like, even like her body, like how she positions herself and everything. She was I was just like, you related to something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I love it though. I just loved her. Like, seriously.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. AD's mum. She's a vibe. Yeah. Like, I was probably like, I like this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, oh my God, Olivia. Wow.
Yeah. I can't remember what character's name, but yeah, that's
No, I can't remember.
Yeah. AD though, the lashes are back.
Oh,
back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately.
Oh my girl, like,
don't do it.
Let's stop this.
Stop it. Tone it down. Just tone it down. Do you know what I mean? We like a lash, but just tone it down a little bit. It's too much.
It just doesn't need to be so.
Yeah. Exactly.
She blinks, is like, no, man.
So AD basically starts by telling her mum that she hasn't seen Clay since the previous afternoon, and she's a little bit upset because she prepared this really cute thing where she had like 25 reasons of why she loves him and everything like that, and she done like some candles, some bits, and all his favorite candy, I think, and that sort of thing, and he didn't show, and it's literally still on the counter as they're speaking. Do you know what I mean? Which is so sad. But
I really was like, no, this
is for her.
This is feeling like a bit of a problem, AD.
It really
leaving and you don't know that he isn't coming back that night. That's a bit of
what's happening. So anyway, Clay arrives, do you know what I mean? Talks a little bit about what they do. The mum is just like, oh, you guys go together, like, do you know what I mean? Just on a work front.
See when Clay walked in, the mum's face. The mum literally did a double take.
Oh,
that's
did
when
she?
I like how he walked
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Clay coming, and the mum's like, oh, and then look back again. Like, yeah.
She's proud of her daughter.
Yeah, the mum was blatantly like, oh, okay. You picked really, really well. Like,
yeah.
The mum was feeling Clay's bones, definitely.
Yeah. No, that's good. And that's good, actually, that she's happy for her daughter in that sense. But she did talk about to her mum about, like, do you know what I mean? Like, her mum said to her about, you know, you can't have a lazy spouse and that sort of thing as well. I feel like the mum just gives like really good advice, and she's like really focused in terms of what she has wanted for her daughters. Do you know what I mean? And she gave Clay some really good advice as well, just in terms of like, because he was talking about his parents' divorce and how much that's affected him, and she was just like, you know what, that's your parents' mess, that's got nothing to do with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it may have affected you, but like, that's them. Do you know what I mean? Like, try not to take it on that their mess is theirs. And she kind of talks about like what the lessons that she tried to instill in AD as well, like always be the best, don't be materialistic, get an education, these kind of things. And it's just like, just even in this one, because I think some of these clips with the parents and stuff, they tend to go on too long, but I was just like, oh no, this is not enough. Like, because she was just like the difference culturally as well, do you know what I mean? Like, on what the parents are saying, what they're bringing to the table, and how insightful they are as well. And she was just dropping knowledge and gems like every single second, and it was just like such a beautiful thing.
Her mum was a boss, like literally. I was like, yeah, and it felt like her mum could have her own TV show. And I watched her. Like, so even having her similar to Olivia Pope's mum, it actually is. Yeah, there's something. She just felt like a bit of a star, and I believe that she had really brought up her kids to have that kind of star energy in them as well. It was nice her being there, and I think she was definitely the best parent by far. Like, just the best parent. She spoke words properly to Clay, like what he needed to hear.
She spoke into him.
To actually like lean on what you have created. You've got a business, like you make good decisions, so he doesn't keep on defaulting to my dad, my mom. Like, literally, like, fix up. You're the man now. I like that about her. Like, she was a good mom,
and she looked good.
Yes,
she looked good, man. I was just like seriously, well done. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously. You know, AD got a bit emotional.
Actually, this is saying, why did Clay show up empty-handed? AD brought and carried flowers for his mum.
Very true.
It's true.
Very true. But I think it's different kind of, I don't even think, man, but like different kind of environments, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I believe that AD wouldn't dare go to meet someone's parents. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Clay, I don't know, his mum might be like, oh, don't worry about it, baby. Do you know what I mean? Like,
precisely what I was getting from Clay's mum. Like, are you bringing up a king, or is it just like, oh, I'm gonna support my boy? Like, you know, he lacks those types of home training. Like, somebody is being like, no, you're going to be a head of a household. But I don't think his mum is doing that for him, definitely. But he should have watched what AD did and mirrored it.
Exactly, because what the hell?
Coming with your long arms, you know.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he pops by. Although AD she did worry me. She did. So first there was a comment about, like, you know, she would, you know, she's saying that, oh, she can follow him. Didn't really mind that too much. Very traditional mindset. Okay, cool, fine. If that's what you want, cool. But then she was just like, you know, talking about walking by faith. And it's just like, yes, walking by fucking faith. You know, if there was a cliff, I would jump, and I would know that he would catch me. I would jump without a parachute, and I know he would catch me. I was like, whoa. Are we talking about the same person?
I don't think he would. I think
no. Are we talking about Clay? He'll be distracted.
Exactly. He'll be watching the sky, looking at his phone, talking about his dad.
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. He'll be just like, oh shit, was I supposed to do something? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I was just like, nah, this is not the same Clay that we know at all. But yeah, I think you know, the mum has high hopes for them. She was very, very positive. I thought it was really cool. And she basically was calling them Barack and Michelle. Then he renamed himself the Ghetto Barack.
Yeah,
and I was just like, really?
And at that point, we should listen to him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shantae May says he's going to lead her to a whorehouse.
Oh, God. Hopefully not. Jesus. Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. So then they get back. He's working, she's cleaning. Do you know what I mean? Her hair's all back at this point. I really like that look. Do you know what I mean? With her hair all back. That is better.
So much better.
Yeah.
In a ponytail all the time.
Yeah.
Take down your eyelashes and you're cute again.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. They talk a little bit about the dress fitting, and Clay also reveals again about his dad, that his dad started cheating on his mum in year 7 of their relationship. I mean, he's still afraid that he's going to cheat. I mean, like, year 7, it wasn't at the beginning. I was trying to find a positive.
He did a stretch.
but they do say that you get 7-year itch. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're in a relationship and stuff. So like, I feel like it tracks. Like,
but I think his dad never stopped scratching that itch.
Oh, okay.
Like, remember, it wasn't a one-off. He was taking Clay to some women's houses. Like, so he was just an absolute philanderer. Yeah. I understand for himself, like where he may think I have that, and maybe he has had that pattern in his relationships. I think she should listen to him. That's really trying to be honest. And say I probably have this trait in me. So either you're like, you know what, maybe he has this trait in him. But he's always gonna come home to me. Like maybe you just decide this is gonna be our life.
It's gonna manage it. Yeah. Then also as well, Clay, and I just like this guy. He's so, every time I think like, oh, okay, something, then I'm just like, oh no. Got to remember who he is. He said that he's been watching past episodes of Love is Blind to get. I'm just like, what? Do you know?
Wild. Clay. Also, Clay, do you know that you're being filmed? Do you know
what I mean? I was just like, wow. And then he says, you know, she's amazing that she's his best friend. I'm just like, bro, you've only known her for a couple of weeks. Like, best friend? Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a lot. Also, as well, I always think people have double ganners, whether it's personality or looks. And what's her name now? Sorry. AD is giving me Kaz vibes. If Kaz was American, she would be AD.
I see what you're saying. Yes, yeah. Similar type of I see it.
I think they're very, very, very similar.
There is a similarity in that. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, Clay, when he mentioned about watching past seasons and looking at the various different couples and how they matched up to it, I was like, okay, so he's going with this process because he wants to be on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Really is what it's about.
Conrad saying, this you don't want to get married. He really telling us every episode. Yes, it's true. He does.
Conrad, you're right. He is. Yeah. Literally every episode, he has kind of brought in cheating, said he's not sure if he's actually mature enough for it. And he likes her, but he's kind of busy. Like in every which way is what he's showing. Like, honestly, I don't even know if I got time to be in a relationship with you, chick.
Yeah.
And this is, I've been a cheater.
This is the thing. And he basically was just saying again. So in this bit, he was just saying, like, you know, love is love. Like, you're my best friend, you know. Do we have to, like, you know, go by this timeline? Do you know what I mean? Do you think that's necessary? And she was just like, yes, it's necessary. She
got serious. Like, don't try and bullshit me out of this process at this moment in time before I get a wedding dress. We are Like her face was like, what are you trying to say?
She was just like, nah. She's like, I believe, but I like the way she handled him. That, do you know what I mean? She was just like, listen, I believe in the experiment. We've agreed to the timeline. This is what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? And she also said, I can't actually date you. If it's a no, she's like, I can deal with a yes or no at the altar. But if it is a no, I'm not going to be dating you afterwards.
Yeah.
And I hope she's telling the truth.
I hope she would stick to that for real. I don't know if she would, but at least she said it so he doesn't start running off with, oh, I can just say a no.
Yeah.
I can just give this chick a no and we're going to be cool. I don't even know if he's in it that serious at this moment in time, though, at all.
It doesn't seem like it. It really doesn't.
I'm not too sure.
And then he starts talking about, you know, what you're saying is cool, it's valid, do you know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes I know, like, as a man, I'm supposed to lead, but, you know, with relationships, I don't really lead well, so I'm going to need you to lead me. And it's just like, are you just saying that you don't want to take any accountability for anything that happens to be on point?
That's what he's saying to
adding another reason to the list, mate. Because of this bullshit. Seriously. She's just like, look, I'm not afraid. It's okay. I can lead if you need me. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, they're in love. They're in love.
Close to begging for me. What he was suggesting, that whole conversation, is too close to begging somebody to be my man. And nah. She needed she needed to do a Kenneth and just pack up her stuff and be like, you know what, nah. This conversation ain't going the way it needs to be going. Basically, you're saying I have to make all the, like, I'm the one setting the tone because you don't know what's going on. Nah, can't trust you.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I couldn't be in a relationship like that. Not for, and if I was, not for long at all.
Yeah, he's being a kid, and he's telling you I'm a child.
Yeah. And you're saying it's okay.
Listen to him, AD.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, Shantae May. This is where I want to understand how she feels she can follow him. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You're going to jump off that cliff, no parachute to this. Basically, you're leading yourself because you're going to catch yourself.
You better hope you catch yourself because he is going to be literally on his boat.
Oh my God.
Talking about I'm running Airbnbs all over the place. I still don't understand why that guy needs to stay out all night. I don't get it.
He doesn't.
Like, you're basically a letting agent. What has that got to do with I can't come home?
Exactly. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird flex.
He's got a girlfriend.
He might do. I wish we would know by now. But yeah, so then we get to the lake, right? So they've talked about this a little bit. We have Laura, AD, Amy and Johnny, Chelsea and Jimmy all at the lake at the moment. The girls go and chat all together, and they have this little scrunchie. Whoever's got the scrunchie has to talk. Didn't really work that way. I don't know why they do this. But basically, all eyes are on Laura, and basically just asking what the fuck happened with Jeremy. Amy decides to pipe up, and she's just like, well, Johnny told me that he hung out with Sarah Ann and they just talked. And I'm just like, hold on a second. You're piping up now when you've known prior that Jeremy wanted to talk to Sarah Ann. And now, but okay. I was just like, I don't know if I care for you, Amy. Your boringness is... Do you know what I mean? Yes, Lucy. 100% reminded me of Georgia H on that rock. Seriously.
Yeah. Amy from Jump, if you think back to their first kind of couples link up with the girls, Amy has always removed herself from them women.
Yeah.
She's always been a bit like, no, it's really about me and my man type of thing. Like, so her adding in, I was like, no, they all need to watch Amy. Like, she knows shit and doesn't say anything. She's not actually for anybody's couple other than herself.
Right.
Like, yeah, she's dodgy.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't think I actually like Amy. I think I don't like her.
Yeah, I didn't care. I honestly did not care for that at all. I didn't care for that.
Shut up. Like, don't mention anything.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not expecting anything from you. at all, because you didn't say anything beforehand. So what?
Yes.
Why are you so comfortable now? That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't like it. Inconsistent, snaky behavior.
Daily says, "Nah, Amy did her job and kept it tight." Laugh out loud.
But she did not keep it. She was labrishing. She was literally labrishing. Yeah. AD just jumped in and she's just like, yeah, they shit to say at 5:30 in the morning. I was just like, yep, she's right. Laura then does this very kind of corporate speech that she does.
The term. It was.
Do I have respect for her? Meaning Sarah Ann? Absolutely not. Do I think she has respect for other women? Absolutely not. Do I think she's selfish as hell? Absolutely. Do I think that she's immature and still has to figure out a lot to figure out? Yes. But he is the one that made a commitment to me, and he's the one that should have he owed me something. Do you know what I mean? He's supposed to protect her heart. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, she did do the speech. She's hurt. She really is. She's hurt. She's hurt.
Had written that down and had rehearsed it for this scene, knowing it was going to make the cut. Like, I was like, no, good on you. Doesn't matter. Don't just stumble your way through this. Be cool, calculated, have your lines, have your clapbacks, like know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Do it well. Yes.
Yeah.
She had written down her parts.
She really did. But basically she was also saying that I don't think he actually even cared for me properly at all. I just don't think that. I think he was like absolutely fake. And she doesn't know why he even chose her in the process. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was Sarah Ann all along, and she seems to have a clear understanding that, do you know what I mean? Like, he just played with her. Do you know what I mean?
I think so.
I agree.
I think she was totally accurate in, he always knew, obviously you'll know it's going to track back, and you know you have those moments where the other person's going to come along, and I think he just wanted to build more of a story.
Yeah, no, definitely.
She got played, definitely. Yeah. And that's always going to hurt her ego, because she ain't that girl. But somebody in production wanted to humble her in life. Even her parents didn't seem to be for her either. So I don't know. Life did it. Life needed to humble Laura for a second.
Yeah. Jeremy arrives in a Hawaiian shirt, one that Laura hates.
Yes.
He did. So he's just petty. Laura's just like, fuck me, can I drown myself? She does crack me up sometimes with her one-liners. Yeah. Seriously. And it reveals that they haven't actually spoken since the breakup. They haven't, like, which is like kind of 4 days and stuff. Or they haven't spoken in the last 4 days. I think it was that. Yeah. Jeremy does talk to Jimmy, and he's just like, listen, I tried to text her, do you know what I mean? But her responses were really nasty. I didn't like them. Tried to send her flowers. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, hold on, is this guy slow? Is he slow? Because like, you think flowers is gonna patch this up. Like, you don't know who you're dealing with. It's not a flower thing, bruv. It's not a flower thing. You know, and then
she knows she's being used. I don't know. He's a dummy anyway. And you spent time with Laura. Like, did you meet her? Did you listen to anything that her family were saying about her? This is her parents. We're literally like, the girl's horrible. Like, did you? Yes, I'm sorry. She is a mean girl, and he's a douche.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, I don't get why he doesn't get her reaction. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Daily Dyer said he liked her until he realized she wasn't cute enough to be that mean.
Ooh.
The thing is, there is a bit of truth to it, but it's horrible to actually process that. But there is a bit of truth to it. I don't think pretty people should be horrible, but I know more horrible people that are pretty.
Well, the thing is, this kind of like goes to one of those theories that's out there. It's just that if you're not deemed as traditionally attractive, you have to work more on your personality. Right? Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
I think it's real.
Do you know what I mean?
If you want to get places in life, I actually think it's like,
yeah. But if you're attractive, you don't have to. So you can just be like, so you can be mean. You can be, do you know what I mean? Like, you can get away with it. Like, it's just, so yeah, check, do an audit, people. See what category you're in. So sorry, I'm making myself laugh. Okay, so yeah, so she basically has this line about where she was just like, you know, she said to him that, you know, it sucks now because I have to, your name went from fiance to Jeremy in my phone. Do you know what I mean? And he took real offense to that. He's just like,
I thought that was funny.
I thought it was fucking hilarious as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
thing to say, it's like,
it's not super. This is what I'm saying. He is over exaggerating the meanness as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is not like, did she cut up your things, bro? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is she like, I don't know, cussing at your family? Does she hate your dog? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? Give me something real. Seriously. But like, yeah, but to him, he was just like, in what world would I fucking fight for something like that? Do you know what I mean? Based on these responses and stuff. Jimmy's like, actually, you're both hard-headed. So, you know, and then he secretly says to Johnny, I'm staying out of this. Do you know what I mean? Trevor arrives, and I think this is the first time, what's her name? Chelsea. Yeah, Trevor. Mackenzie and Jess also arrive. They both look good. I'm gonna lie. Jamie gives Jess a church hug.
Yeah. Chelsea's trained him well.
She really has. And yeah, so Jimmy and Jess, basically, Jimmy does say to camera, like, look, Jess is good looking, I am attracted to her. And then they go and talk. You know, Jess is, I think Jess is playing a role at the moment, this moment in time. She is playing a role. She is playing like, oh, I'm not a threat. I'm just a girl that had some feelings and my feelings were hurt. Do you know what I mean? But now I can see that he's moved on. So it's all good. She is playing that role. And there are women out there that do this. They friend your man to take your man. And I think that she may have these tendencies.
Yes.
I think she does. Because it was... Go on, sorry.
I think she was playing the long game.
Yeah.
She ain't going to be absolute vixen straight away. But as time goes on, the reunion, when they start doing press things, she's going to make her play for him. I don't know why, though, once she's seen him, because it's Jimmy.
You know what? I don't think she will do it for the right. If she does it, she won't do it for the right reasons. Like, she knows that he's out of it. She knows that she's out of his league. Like, she knows that. Yes. She was emotionally invested, so she has to deal with that. Do you know what I mean? But she will do it due to ego. She will do it like, you picked her over me. Are you fucking mad? I'm going to teach all of you a lesson. Do you know what I mean? That you don't, not me. Like, because how could you?
I understand the motivations behind it, like, because you're
but
I understand the motivation. Like, it is like Chelsea or me. Chelsea just basically outmaneuvered you. What she needs to know is Chelsea is very manipulative, and I wouldn't play with that girl though, because I think she is a psycho. And I think she would butt up Jess if she even tried.
Oh, yeah. But Jess will call the police.
With two black eyes and a broken nose.
You know what I mean?
She'll beat you up and go prison.
She will attack me. Yeah, she'll go. Yeah, she will go prison for it. It's true. That's the thing. But yeah, Jimmy's talking to Jess. Jimmy's saying like, look, I'm still nervous around you and I feel really pressurized. And I think, yeah, that's what it is. This is why you can't be with her, because you know that, do you know what I mean? If they still eat together, they're going to be asking you, how did you get her? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be every day, you know? And then, yeah.
And then he can't handle that.
Yeah.
Dabby J says, I think Jessica is a production plant. She could be.
She could be.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey. Good morning. Yeah, it's afternoon here, but
yeah.
Mercy says, I agree with Sade. Jimmy is not even good looking, but I think the ladies are having an ego war.
Yeah, 100%.
They
100%,
are.
100%.
If I was Jess, I wouldn't fuck about with Chelsea. Like, you ain't ready for Chelsea smoke. Even Jimmy's scared of Chelsea smoke.
I just don't know. You know what? We don't know enough about Jess. That's what I will say, because Jess, I don't know. There's something about Jess. I'm just like, nah, you're manipulative. You're crazy manipulative.
He probably would have been used like a wet black by both of them, but I think stick with Chelsea because he probably knows that brand of crazy more.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jess messaged Mackenzie to tell Chelsea that Jimmy's at the club. It wouldn't surprise me. Seriously,
that could happen. Daily Dive says Jimmy can't handle a baddie. He can't, and he knows it.
Yeah.
And he thinks that Jess is harder than Chelsea.
I
don't know, brother. I
want to see more. I want to see more from Jess, but like, I just can't imagine that she would ever be defeated. Like, I just don't think it's something. But she knows, because the cameras are on her, she has to play this role. So that's what she's going to do. Do you know what I mean? But she just like, she'll make everyone suffer. Like, I just
oh my god, no. What has Jimmy got himself into anyway? With flipping psycho women, which also there's something with him anyway to attract these two types of personalities and be attracted to it.
Yeah,
there's something with him. Jimmy says, I want to see Jess without makeup. My spidey senses tell me she's average at best.
Oh, Jimmy. You woke up and chose violence.
Blatantly, but sometimes, people shock you when their makeup comes off. We've only ever seen her fully done up, actually, all the time. I don't know I can't even think. What would she?
She's still gonna be better looking.
She is. That's the facts. That's the facts. Unless she's a wizard, she's gonna be better looking than Chelsea.
Traditionally, let's say traditionally. Jess does call him out though because when she gave him a letter in the pods and he read it out and he was silent, and she was saying like, look, that silence was so loud. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was loud and long. Do you know what I mean? And Jimmy was just like, he was sorry for putting her in that position and everything like that. Then he does go on to say like, you're the smartest person I've ever met, and I believe him.
I actually
believe him. Yeah. I was just like, that
felt really genuine, and also I think he had already read into I would be out of my depths with this woman. So beauty aside, I just think even just how he would maneuver himself, I think he had just figured like, I'm not the man for her. I think he was being honest when he said that, because she didn't come across as super intelligent or anything, but then when you see his family, I believed him. I was like, he knew it's not. I'm not going to cut it. Like, my world ain't going to cut it for you.
Yeah. And then he does say, like, you know what? In reality, you're still my number one. Does say that. He said it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he's just like, you know what? But at the same time, he was saying like, there's going to be someone out there for you, etc., etc. But she was like, it still stings, but I'm happy for you guys. And Jimmy knows that he can't really react, and that was the end of the freaking episode 10. I mean, it was 10, right? Yeah, it was a lot.
Having met his family, she absolutely is the smartest person he ever met
in life. Okay, so guys, I'm going to take this little small break to tell you guys to book the like button, please. A couple of people have been saying it. Thank you so much for reminding people. But book the like button. It does help us beat the algorithm. You know, we're trying to grow our family and stuff. Share this with like-minded people. Follow us on your aunties Never, Nana Evans, Com, and Sade Salami. All of our details are in the description box. Okay, so yes, please do that. Okay, cool. So episode 11. Going on to so the general gist of this episode is the late drama obviously continues. There's dress fittings and stuff and everything like that, and then we get the pre-wedding dates. Okay.
Yeah.
So we start the episode off with Jimmy bringing up that fact that AD that Matt looks like Clark Kent, and they're the most opposite guys that you could ever think of. Like him and Clay, Matt and Clay, most opposite. AD just wants this conversation to die.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Seriously.
Where? Or is there another Superman that you guys are watching in America? Because I was like, how? Which version of Superman? Like, he doesn't look like a Clark
Well,
Kent.
if Chelsea said that she looks like Megan, do you know what I mean? Like, I just think like if that's the world they're living in, then I guess it tracks.
I was literally like, what? How? Who? And
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, very strange. So then, I can't say her name. Alexandra, maybe it's Alexandra. I don't know. The other black lady and Sarah Ann arrive. Ding ding ding.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't remember what her name was. I was just
it's
thinking.
Alexandra.
I can't remember. She may have been.
Yeah. Clark Kent aesthetic. Jeremy is smiling, Laura is flinching, and basically Sarah Ann gets a very cold reception from the girls. I think it's only Chelsea that actually gets up and hugs her in the first place. Yeah. Then we see Chelsea and Trevor have a chat. Trevor, the freaking scammer. He's a scam. He's a lady scammer.
Don't go into all of the bits with Trevor. He's disgraceful. Like just
yeah. Trevor's got a girl. He's had a girl, been have a girl, still got a girl, apparently. Well, actually, he's saying that they broke up, I think.
I think she's just basically taking it down a notch because of the heat of being complicit in him scamming women. I think that's all. But I feel like he has a girl. They're still together.
Yeah. All the messages are out there and everything like that. KB says these people live on Earth 312, apparently.
They do.
I love that so much.
They do. Sometimes it does feel like, are we all in different parallel existences?
Honestly, this is beamed from somewhere else, mate, because it ain't here. Serious. So yeah, the first thing Trevor the scammer says is that he got rid of his mullet. Chelsea doesn't care. She's just she likes him. She's just like, you're my type. He knows that.
He knows that.
He knows that. Respectfully, he knows that. But she's laughing too hard for me. Too much eye contact, laughing way too hard. I think she needed to relax, to be honest. Jimmy, even though he had a conversation with Jess, he was quite composed, and I feel like she should have reflected that same energy back, to be fair. Trevor's basically, do you know what I mean? Like, just saying that he bawled his eyes out. I just couldn't actually watch this seriously because I'm just like, you've got a whole girlfriend.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? So I'm just like,
we know this, and we've seen the text messages between the two of you going on. Like, actually, no, maybe the girl did sell him out, because how did those text messages come out? It has to be the girlfriend.
Yeah, well, someone has access to her phone, or do you know what I mean? Like,
but also they wanted the spectacle and fame for their brand, so they probably released it themselves. But yeah, I was like, we can't take this serious, and I don't feel sorry for him, because I did feel sorry for him before,
Yeah, I just didn't want Chelsea to play with him the way she's playing with Jimmy, and I was just thinking she could actually, because the way he was going on, but then the whole thing is just a lie. His whole reaction is just a lie to everything, So I was just like, I can't even. What am I taking notes on here? This is nonsense. Like, you're just right.
I pulled my eyes out. It was like lies.
Yeah. Seriously. But he did ask her, if the orders were switched, would you and he went first, would the outcome be different? And she was just like, no, because Jimmy and I spoke, and then he was saying, yeah, are you just saying that just to be a good person? And I thought, because yes. But she did tell him that you was number one up until the last day, and he's like, damn. I was just like, oh, great acting. Who said it? He's a liar and an actress. He is. He's a liar.
Absolutely crazy. Yes, Chelsea, Sonia Barney saying Chelsea was yet again under the influence.
Yes.
Yeah. She gets very merry very quickly.
And you can see the red in her eyes.
Yes.
Like, it kind of, she needs to stop. Like, it's not, you know what? It's not cute, No. It isn't. Like, it's not.
No. Because everything is a bit, it's chaotic. Like, she gets chaotic. And that's it's like, remember there are cameras around, like you just want her to just simmer down, like just chill, man. But she's a bit all over the place and volatile, like she's got it in control, and it is like, dude, you absolutely don't.
You're unhinged.
Yes. None of your brethren have ever told you that. Like, they need to tell you you're unhinged when you drink.
I have a theory about her friends anyway, but we'll get to that. Chelsea randomly, so Jimmy comes over and kisses Chelsea. Trevor's just like, I'm talking to your actor, and then he's like, do you want to kiss too? And then kisses him too. Then it's weird because Chelsea calls Amy. She sees Amy and Johnny kissing, and she's just like, oh, they're the strongest couple. Jimmy gets annoyed. Then he's like pretending that he's not annoyed. Like, bro, what's going on here? Like, are you guys trying to switch roles? Like, what's happening? Because that was unhinged. There was absolutely.
I think Jimmy wasn't annoyed at her saying the other two were. I think he was annoyed that she's drunk. And short of saying it, was the way he was maneuvering and keeping his voice really low. Like, you don't need to say that. I think it was more sharp now.
Okay.
Calm down type of like. And even how she was reacting, but they are. It's like he's talking really quietly, and you're not matching his level. Like, it's just chill.
Just relax.
I can imagine she's probably getting annoying, you know, like she's becoming belligerent and just saying shit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, he probably wanted to go and speak to AD.
Yeah, probably.
Between those two.
Oh God, I hope not. Laura and Jeremy chat. Laura refuses to sit down, which is
I love. I do actually like Laura.
I do. I like her character. I like her character. Do you know what I mean? It's such a boardroom power move. I'm not sitting. I'm not for you. And you know, Jeremy is upset with her about all the things and that was said, and her rude responses. I'm going to say rude responses. Laura is kind of acting unbothered. They bring up the flower things, and she's like saying, "Look, I told you no, thank you. Like, that's what I said. It wasn't rude." And she just loses it because she's just like, "Listen, pull up the texts right now. Like, do you know what I mean? Do it now. Let's see. Let's go through it, because you keep on trying to do these things where you're flipping it to say something that she's not." Do you know what I mean? She's got his game, basically. Laura's basically saying, like, look, I've been authentically myself from day one, and I believe that she has. I believe this is her. Do you know what I mean? And she calls him McConaughey. He did not like that. He did not like that. Jeremy was just like, you know, I did come in here with the best intentions. She just starts laughing. He's like, why? Why did you believe me? Then Laura's just like, look, I think you came with a mental. I don't believe that you came in here with like the mental maturity it takes for a marriage to commit to someone and to protect their heart. And I really do feel like she's talking from, you know, genuinely truth for her, you know. You know, Jeremy's still trying to say that he did and everything like that. She just says to him, like, look, like, it's 3 days later. We haven't spoken. Why are you confused that I'm not jumping for joy of this conversation? And it's just like such basic common sense, Jeremy. I just don't get where he's coming from. And, you know, he's just like, they say they're about to be civil. She's talking about like she's gonna come and get in stuff. He's like, I've already packed it. Rude. Do you know what I mean? The way he said it was just rude. And I was just like, this is why she's not sitting down. She's not going to pretend to be civil for you because you're an arsehole. You're being an arsehole to her. I'm not saying that she doesn't have arsehole tendencies too, but he's being arsehole to her. In this situation, she hasn't really done anything wrong. She's just been herself. You said you liked her. Do you know what I mean? And then you've done the do. You've done something, you know? So you should be sorry. And he's not acting like a person who's sorry. And she's just like, look, what do you expect from this conversation? I feel like you made up your mind a week ago. And she tries to get it to a place of where they agree to disagree. And he's just like, I'm not agreeing with shit. Then he's like, everyone can feel the tension. And he really done a Curtis. Everyone can feel the tension. And I really want to have a good time. I really want everyone to get on. Do you know what I mean? And not have an issue because of us. Yeah. This is classic Curtis. She's just like, why the fuck is this your concern? And this is the thing. It's just like, if you're genuine about a person, you're not caring about what other people think. Do you know what I mean? You're concerned that even though we can't be together, that you're okay, that you're all right. Do you know what I mean? And like, I know I fucked up. I know you're angry, but I want you to know this thing. He wasn't doing any of that. Do you know what I mean? He's just not a serious person.
No. He cared about the show.
He cares about the show.
All it was.
Absolutely.
It was about the show. It's literally like, let's not rock the boat. I wanna enjoy this experience for the time that I have and get my last scenes in. And you're not cooperating with me.
Yeah.
And you're showing me up. I'm glad she didn't let up. Like, I expect no less from Laura anyway. She's a smart girl.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm glad she called it for what it is. Like, literally, okay, this guy is an absolute joker, and he thought he could take the piss out of me. I'm glad she like really was like, nah, none of you are going to take the piss out of me.
I'm not having it at all. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah's saying that we look lovely.
Oh,
thanks, Sarah.
thank you.
So nice. Love that. Yeah, KB, I agree with you.
Made his mind up on the trip. He was done with Laura after the bean dip sitch.
Yeah.
You know, because remember when he walked away in that first argument that they had and he was like, I'm finished with
I'm
this.
going home. Yeah. I agree. And she's right. He's saying, what do you call it? He's saying like, I didn't know. You did know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what that is when I think that's when he really, those nights together when they were on their honeymoon was when he realized like, I actually don't like this girl.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah,
I should have gone the other way.
He just, he didn't, as somebody earlier on was saying, he probably thought he was going to have the same storyline as Zach, Irina and Bliss. Production weren't giving him that again. No, you know?
No.
Because he weren't allowed to cut out. He probably did speak to production that night. Like, I want to cut out. I want to carry on this process with Sarah Ann. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's not going to be your storyline, son.
Yeah. AD and Sarah Ann. Oh, yay. So they had a conversation. Now, I don't know how it ended up that AD was having this conversation with Sarah Ann. I don't know. Because if this was Love Island, it wouldn't be her. Laura would have had to have this conversation with Sarah Ann. They would have had to have, I'm assuming Laura refused.
I need the Americans in the house to let us know how this transpired media-wise on your end, because this to me is something that no black girl, when it isn't your business, should get involved in. No, I'm literally like, AD, what are you doing? But that's because I'm going from a British media perspective on how that is going to end for you and what type of trolling you're going to get. Like, I was like, why are you talking to her?
She tried. What I think is that I think AD is the closest person that's Laura like that could handle that conversation. So it was just that, and she was like, yeah, I'll do it, because she's that kind of person. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's confident, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, I can handle it. So AD basically was saying to Sarah Ann, like, look, I saw the DM that you sent. Do you know what I mean? Do you not think that that's outlandish that you sent that? They just got engaged. Sarah's just like, in a situation, for me, it made sense. AD's like, but he didn't choose you. She looked in her eyes and leapt forwards. He didn't choose you. He said, to say to him the door's still open, she's like, I didn't say that. Do you know what I mean? And Sarah Ann's interrupting her a lot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And AD's just trying to get her point across, what she's very good in doing. She doesn't lose her train of thought. She's just like, I'm going to bring it back. This is where we are. And I'm going to say what I'm saying. And she said, like, look, my question is, did Jeremy leave the door open for you and him? Like, did he do this, essentially? Do you know what I mean? She's kind of giving her an out, really and truly. Do you know what I mean? But Sarah Ann wasn't really taking it. She was just like, yeah, he did. She kind of nods. She's just like, but like, from my perspective, when we broke up, he was saying that he wasn't sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was just like a feeling, and you know, he didn't, you know, he just wasn't sure. And she was just like, I wished I should have asked him, is he sure? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what is it, and that was her gripe, that she didn't have the opportunity to say, like, are you sure? Well, she did have the opportunity, she didn't take the opportunity to say, are you sure of this? Do you know what I mean? She wished that she would ask that. And she's just like, you know, when they were out, she saw him there, they had a conversation. AD's like, look, he shared his location. So I saw on another podcast, that actually what he had done was, and I don't know how true this is that he shared the location on the phone, left the phone in the car, but his Apple Watch gave him away, because he went to her location and it was the Apple Watch that actually gave him away. So he thought, did you hear this as well?
Laura said that to him.
Oh,
when they were going through their talk, and he was trying to say, no, my car was parked here, and she was like, yeah, but when I actually checked your location, you were at this.
I know that, but like, he basically tried to trick her. Do you know what I mean? He thought he was being smart by leaving the phone in the car. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what.
And she would only see it that one time as well.
Yes.
Like, you know, she's gonna look, only see, okay, he's parked here. Then he can maintain, no, I was always in the car. Remember when he started stuttering, and she was like, so then where did you go to? And then we was in the alleyway, and he was all stuttering. You're a liar.
He had lost. He had lost.
So
she already knew that he had lost.
Do anything.
Yeah.
They did things.
100%. So she's just like, you know, Sarah Ann's like, he dropped me off, I didn't cross the line. So AD's like, okay, so how did it end? Pause. That's all. Just like, you guys did bits. She wasn't expecting that kind of question. She wasn't expecting it at all. And she's like, you know, Sarah Ann's just like, yeah, we finished talking. He told me, I told him we need to figure things out with Laura, and that she didn't want to be in a triangle. AD's just like, look, but they're engaged. Do you know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. Like, do you know what I mean? They're engaged. Sarah's like, yeah, he told me he was breaking everything off. So I was like, okay. Just like, did he now? AD's just like, yeah, but you knew that they were engaged when you sent the DM. She read the messages. Sarah's trying to recap again. And AD's just like, listen, I hear you, but I think it's kind of crazy. It's true, but Sarah's cutting it in and all this kind of thing. AD's just like, he didn't choose you. For you to circle back when he's already made his choice is crazy, in her opinion. You know, Sarah Ann's thing is just like, she should have fought for him in the pods. And, you know, AD's like, I'm not here to interrogate you. Sarah Ann is like, I feel like you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, you seem very vengeful towards me. Vengeful.
I was like, now we're heading into peak Caucasian territory.
Yes.
And
do you know what I mean?
I was so glad when she left, because I was like, this is the point now. Like, you've riled her up enough, and now she is going to start on you. So exit.
Yeah, it was just a lot. AD's just like, if you feel that way, then it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? They were just doing the fake laugh, fake smiles to each other. Do you know what I mean? And AD was just like, you know what? I don't give two shits about this, really. Like, you're not fucking my man. Do you know what I mean? So I don't care. Sarah Ann's like, you know, I've always loved you. I don't want no bad. I've always loved you. What is wrong with these people?
Using this L word really loosely, like literally at this point, how long have you been knowing each other? Are we even at a month yet?
Do you know what I mean? And you haven't even been in the process in the same way as that her. Do you know what I mean? But AD to camera, she's just like, look, infiltrating it. She thinks it's weird that Sarah Ann thinks that she's done nothing wrong, that infiltrating a engagement, whether they're happy or not, is not her place to do so. And she thought it lacked class, and that she's team Laura. That's what she said. So yeah, I feel, I don't know, like, I wish it wasn't AD, because I don't think I think I wish Laura dealt with her own mess in that sense, and I don't like the idea of like AD being her, you know, like an enforcer almost. Do you know what I mean? Like going out there and doing the dirty work when Laura should have kind of done it herself. But if they're friends, then I get like she's riding for her friend. Okay, cool. But yeah, like I don't know, man. I feel like Sarah Ann wasn't ready. She wasn't ready for that conversation. She thought it was going to be light, and she got a bit of surprise.
I think, like in the you two are gonna have a conversation, I felt like she probably went into it thinking AD was gonna soft pedal, especially if they were kind of friends in the pod. So maybe she really did think I was gonna get like the light version of this, and it's better it be AD, and AD didn't. That somebody said, yeah, AD probably saw herself in a similar situation. But I didn't like that it was her. I mean, for the screen time, and folks are saying she had a good rap on Twitter, so it didn't go against her. I just don't like it when they place Black women in service to others. Why? It's actually none of her business. And somebody else, Jess, could have had that conversation with her. Like, we've actually seen more scenes of Laura and Jess together. They actually naturally seem like brethren. So,
but then Jess would be seen as actually that might have been a bigger storyline, but she would. But this is the thing though, like the difference between Jess and Sarah Ann. Do you know what I mean? Is that Jess has been passive in this. She's talked about her feelings. She's talked about her, what do you call it? Do you know what I mean? Her hopes and stuff and everything like that. But she hasn't actually acted on it, whereas Sarah Ann acted on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's just like they both have the same intention, really.
But they could have had actually a good conversation as they are in the same positions and have gone at it in different ways. And also Jess just being like, from her point of view, as Laura's her brethren and as somebody that is like the side chick as well, what she would have done. That actually may have been a more interesting conversation, because then Sarah Ann could fire back at her and be like, but you're in the same position as me. It's just, it has nothing to do with AD.
I do like the fact of like, because I think that is a thing, right, as well, like, or that just explore that whole, when you're in a relationship and then someone's trying to take your friend, like your friends in a relationship as well, kind of thing, and someone's trying to take your friend's man. That's crazy. Do you know what I mean? That dynamic, navigating that in a group of friends, that's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Because like, who's gonna call it out? Who's gonna call it out? So like, I like the different positions of the women. I just don't think it should have been AD, if that makes sense. Because I think Jess and Sarah, like, I do like that, but they're almost the same. So having like someone who's fighting for commitment and the sanctity of a relationship versus someone who's just not caring about anything and just going for what they want, because ultimately that's what Sarah's doing. That she's just like, I want to validate my feelings, and that this was her conversation with Jeremy, who she just spoke to like straight afterwards, I believe. And she's just like, you know, I want to validate my feelings. I should be allowed to do that. I shouldn't be interrogated and all this kind of stuff. But it's just like your feelings at the expense of everybody else. Do you know what I mean? And you're okay with this guy treating the woman that he's engaged to like this. You're okay with that. You think that is showing the qualities of a good man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, it's just like, it's Summer Walker, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can be cussing the previous, you can do all of that. When he turns around and does exactly the same thing to you, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Just be like, oh, sorry.
Oh, so yeah, basically.
I messed up, sorry. You know what I mean? But
this is where was it? I saw, what was it?
Oh, wow.
Dammy J, Laura is a weak ass bitch sending AD to do her dirty work. Laura needed to have the conversation with her, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was secondary, went before, whatever, but her and Laura needed to have a conversation.
Yeah. I hope they do later on as well. Miss Jefferson.
AD gained more followers, dragging Sarah Ann. She gained like 80k more IG followers. Wow, okay.
People love a stereotype though. That's the thing. They love it.
It's interesting because I really think if she was Black British doing that, it wouldn't have.
Oh no.
The public over here are not going to have it.
No.
Like, it would literally be she would then turn into the black aggressive woman. It would have gone a totally different way.
It would be split. Like, it would definitely be like black people fighting for justice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'd have to go to war on the internet again.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no, it should 100% should have been Laura. But that's why I say if it was Love Island, it would have been Laura. They're savage like that. You would have to have literally after the conversation with Jeremy, you go straight to talk to Laura. You know what I mean? Sorry, talk to Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann basically, yeah. So while she's talking with Jeremy, Jeremy's just validating everything that Sarah Ann's saying. Yes, I 100% agree. Like, do you know what I mean? She's just like, Sarah Ann's like, I didn't come here to make friends. Like, you know, I'm not sorry. I have friends. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Jeremy's like, yeah, I made the wrong decision in the pods. Like, he's just, you know, oh God, like
classic asshole though. The
completely.
Two of them together, I was like, you two are absolutely like just so horrible
Human beings, horrible, and surprised at the response of their horribleness. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're actively being mean. This is the thing. It's just like it's someone might have the qualities of being a mean person, yeah, but if they're not actually acting on it and you do something to them, that doesn't make what you're doing okay. It doesn't. Like, you're a mean guy. Like, seriously, she's a mean girl. Like, I don't know. And then they decided, yeah, Sarah Ann's like, what should we do now? Jeremy's like, I know, jet ski. And then you literally see scenes of him laughing, kikiing,
properly having fun. Like, I was like, no, this is so dark. If Laura truly was cut up, like if she truly was like, oh my God, like, I've lost my fiance, like I really did love this dude, that would be so cruel in her face.
I think she knows she dodged a bullet. Do you know what I mean? I think she ultimately she knows that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think she's gonna break down, because she was talking to camera a bit and she was breaking down a bit. Like, kind of thing, and it was like she was repeating the same things about like, do I think that Sarah Ann's this type of person? Da, da, da. Do you know what I mean? So I do think it was just like that's her script, but like I just feel like it was a lot. It was just like, I don't think you're gonna get more from her than that. She's just too controlled. She's like, ignore him. You're not gonna see it on camera.
Because that was horrible. Daily Dyer said, I loved every second. What has Laura done to you?
Honestly, not that. To be fair, I think she's got mean girl tendencies, bro.
Yeah,
but I mean, so it's a thing.
That was really like a horrible scene. Actually,
yeah.
Off like, I was like, no, this is
that was out of order. That was actually out of order. Producers know what they're doing with that. And I feel like they think that she can take it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that was,
why are we calling it? Why Azza is saying MAGA Ann. Is Sarah Ann like is she a Trump supporter?
Oh yeah, she's a conservative. I don't know if she's Trump, but she's or Republican would be American version. But yeah, because that was one of the reasons why he didn't go with her.
Yes.
I think that was it at least implied. So that was one of the reasons. Do you know what I mean? So
Shantae May is asking, are these Clay's jet skis? Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. And then, so yeah, Laura's talking to camera. She's really sad and stuff. Jeremy's just like, well, if there's not going to be any grace or any understanding from me, then what am I fighting for? I'm just like, just say that you hate her. Just say it.
Like, say that you didn't like her for time. Like, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Daily Dyer says Laura is a white lady from the Carolinas who essays black women. She uses the hard R. I mean, she could be, but yeah, she could be. I don't know.
I'm just going by what I'm seeing on the show. Seriously. But yeah, I think the bean dip thing was inappropriate. I definitely do. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how, but then I'm not surprised that AD would get over something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the way that her thing seems to be set up, it seems like she would. Do you know what I mean? She wouldn't take it too personally and stuff.
Yeah.
And she had a couple of apologies, not from Laura though, but you know, Jeremy apologized to her, and so did Jimmy as well, kind of thing. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so then we're going to couple stuff, yeah. Woo. Jeremy, so they're doing that these little things like in prep for the wedding. At this point, I think we're 6 or 4 days out. I can't remember. Chelsea and Jeremy, they do like this ice sculpting thing. Do you know what I mean? And Jimmy's just like, yep, Chelsea's 100% my person. He's really confident, etc. kind of thing. They do have a bit of an eye conversation as well. I was just like, wow, we've gone so far. So what is this, episode 11?
Yeah.
Episode 11 till we mention eyes, I think. Like this. So
But
they've done well, but it's
global.
still there.
Yeah, it's a global pandemic. At some point, we have to know that blue eyes are beautiful.
Yeah, okay, exactly. AD and Clay, they do customizing trainers and stuff, which was kind of like a cute moment. They seem to be getting on. Also, as well, my theory now is they might be trying to throw us, because you remember like Chelsea and Kwame. I can't remember what season now. Was that 5 or 4? I can't remember. 4.
Was it? I can't even now. Yeah.
In the show, it looked like it wasn't going to happen. Yeah. It really wasn't going to happen. And there was like reoccurring, it was like the mum not meeting the mum and and there was like different like reoccurring reasons of why it wasn't going to happen. It turned out they were one of the strongest couples. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, are they trying to do this with AD and Clay? That's all. It just creeped into my mind. So I was just like, what's happening here? I don't know. Because they keep on banging on about this divorce thing and the cheating. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. AB says, I'm gonna say no. I don't know. I mean, that's a good point, actually. Maybe they are strong. There could be. I'm still not sure which way they're gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But we haven't seen them have an argument.
No, we haven't.
So maybe they are strong. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that trainer thing, I was like, that's dry. So was the ice sculpture thing.
But, yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why are we watching this?
But then Amy and Johnny, they didn't even do anything. They were just I'm gonna photo. Then they started talking about birth control again. He realizes what he's finally done his research on what vasectomy is. Realized that he's not going to do that, and the male pill is only in its first trials, so that's not option. I don't know what the issue is.
Why? I feel like these guys are making.
Can they not say condoms on the show, or because
it feels like they are not allowed to say that condoms are even an option of birth control? I don't understand why we keep on getting this. Like, it's really weird to even bring up the male pill, and then she moves it forward to about going on the pill, and like, dudes, why is this happening? What's going on?
It's so strange.
Tell us that condoms are out. Like, like, no, we're both allergic. Something.
Yeah,
like, why you're not mentioning condoms? Because each time they go into that birth control, I literally am like, what is wrong with these people?
Honestly, Shayla is so boring. It does seem produced. Yeah. Definitely.
And then she's like boring now. If they got no problems, they got no problems, in it.
This is it. And are they having sex or are they not? Because I couldn't really quite tell what she said. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, we'll have intimate, but she wasn't being clear, and he didn't say either. It was weird.
No, I think they are waiting to do the proper do after marriage.
Okay, cool.
Said that. Shantae May says he don't like condoms.
Okay.
Herky isn't scared of condoms, but the cast star.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be scared of that. It's true. You don't want STIs, of course not. Yeah, for sure.
She's probably giving him head. Yeah, so I mean, something's good. They're doing some type of
Something, but the facts of the matter is just like they're not talking about, you know, disease prevention, infection prevention. They're talking about birth control. That's why it's just like, bro. Like if an alien were to come and watch this and see like this is where we are, they would think that we haven't invented these things. Do you know what I mean? Are used daily.
Jimmy says Johnny does not want to use condoms and prefers going raw. He expects his lady to be on birth control.
Yeah, he is just said that. Yeah. Okay. So then wedding dress shopping, Vanessa and what's the other guy's name again? Can't remember his name now. Her husband are there.
Oh, Nick Lachey.
Nick, that's it. Totally forgot. Yeah, so like in the car are Amy, her mom, and her best friend. Oh man, Amy's mom is sweet, yeah, but I was so distracted by her hair. I know it sounds so bad, but like how? I was confused, like how is that bad? Or maybe it's bad.
No, I was looking, but I just was like, you know, that old woman, they just have their way in it. Like,
okay,
you can't tell them nothing. I'm sure they've tried. I feel like maybe, but yeah.
It's got a bubble in it. I don't know, it was strange. I was just like, what happened? It looked fried. But okay, yeah. But Amy's talking about this is the healthiest connection. Her being with Johnny is the healthiest connection that she's ever had. Johnny on his side is saying that he has no nervousness at all. AD's with her sisters, both of her sisters and her niece, and she's absolutely glowing, which is mentioned by Vanessa. Clay is with two friends, both called Josh.
Yeah.
And he talks about hanging up his jersey in his Hall of Fame jersey or whatever. So yeah, he's out of the game. He's saying he's out of the game. Chelsea's with her sister and her best friend. So Chelsea's best friend wasn't at the meeting, right? Do you know what I mean? When Jimmy first met her friends, and so we've seen Chelsea's friends. We've seen her flatmate as well, and now we've seen her sister and thingy. Like, got different groups of friends. Those original friends that we saw, I believe that they don't like Chelsea very much.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they do.
I think Chelsea kind of, you see how those friends, and we did say we think that Chelsea is a bully.
Yeah,
and she is the one that tends like she is the drama in that group and probably tells them what to do. When her best friend said she used to take my lunch,
yeah,
she's a bully. Those aren't, she's been a bully from since she was 5 years old. Like, literally, she's a bully. Like, yeah, she definitely has different sets of brethren, and those girls that came to the house are just her minions.
I think so.
She sends them out places. I think the 25-year one, she probably sees her twice a year. Like important occasions, she's involved in it. And her sister looked very hillbilly. Life ain't been easy for her.
Yeah. It's been a challenge, definitely.
Totally dire said Chelsea's sister is 67.
She looks like she's seen a lot of summers.
Yeah, she's been about 70 summers strong.
You know what I mean? She's seen a lot. Yes, is it Sarah? I don't know. The fringe wasn't fringing, nah. It weren't. It weren't at all, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Chelsea's family, and it's different.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, Jimmy was with his best friends. He's just saying, like, look, best woman, best decision I've ever made. He trusted the process. So first of all, we see Chelsea's dress. The last time she got married, she got her dress on eBay. Yeah. What did you think of the dress? At 18.
Like classic.
Yeah. It had lace detail, lots of sequins and stuff. I thought it was good for her. I thought it was nice.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know what I would expect from her. I expected worse, but also she could have had a nicer dress. But it was okay. She's gonna look pretty.
Yeah, I think so.
She's gonna look okay. It's not the worst that we've seen.
Yeah, definitely. Jump to Clay. Her mum, actually, so with Chelsea, her mum's on FaceTime and sees it and everything like that. And it's like cute kind of thing. Jump to Clay. Clay, the friend asks if Clay's gonna cry. He's just like, nah, he's done crying. Calls what's her name, his best friend, AD, his best friend and stuff, and saying like, oh, she lifts me up, etc. etc. Oh, one thing about Jimmy that he said about Chelsea is like, he knows that she's going to be a phenomenal wife because she picks him up when he's down. I'm just like, this guy is picking her because of the service that she provides for him, and that is it. And I'm putting that on my list as well. Another one. Then we see AD. Now, AD, we know her body is banging, so kind of like whatever she's gonna choose, she's kind of gonna look good, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, she first chose like this like tight fitting, like would you call it not really mermaidy dress, but like I don't even know.
Yeah, her first one.
It was like a mermaid kind of dress, but without the toil kind of thing. Yeah. So it was like silk.
The shape of it is called a mermaid. Like she wasn't a mermaid.
Yeah. I mean, it was very plain though, not a lot of detail. That seemed to be her running theme and stuff. Yeah. I think I would have liked more detail, to be honest. But yeah, like her body's banging, like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it works, especially with the veil as well. Look thingy. Chelsea, I can't lie. I don't know if you saw the shot of Chelsea, but she looked a bit like, why can't I look like that?
Yeah. She hasn't got over Jimmy saying that that she's stacked. She hasn't got over it.
She hasn't.
Immediately, you could see in Chelsea's face she was jealous because Chelsea's a bitch. So she can't help it. It is going to
be happy for her.
No, she was blatantly looking like, I would love to look like that in a dress.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, her face weren't like, oh my god, look at AD. It was more, why don't I look like that?
Yeah, exactly. Her option 2 was a bit more edgy, had a high split, had no back, had no sleeves, nothing kind of thing, but had like an interesting like cut at the top and stuff. Again, very plain in terms of like no detail and everything like that and stuff. And then she had this veil as well that said "Till death do us part" on the end, of a very long veil going down "Till death do us part." A little bit macabre for me. Didn't like that detail. Do you know what I mean? I think
I was really like, I hope that isn't the final. Like,
no, it definitely is.
But was that she was absolutely
the veil? Yeah, because that's in the trailer for the next episode.
No,
yeah, like, you see it going across the floor.
That's gross. Yeah. I hated that.
I hated
was like, yeah, get it. I was blatantly like, that is shit.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I think the dress is okay, although I thought like the dress could be a number 2 dress at the wedding. You know what I mean? When you change, like I didn't think it was like a wedding, like you're gonna do the ceremony in.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. I just thought she was gonna have something way more spectacular, not even necessarily like princessy. I just thought it was gonna be a better dress, even if it still was a mermaid. There's lots of different things that people can like rouging, silk. I just thought it was going to be way more spectacular, and I was like, "You're getting basically just like a white polyester dress."
Oh, it wasn't.
I just was expecting more from her. Honestly, I really was like, no. I thought AD was going to. We were all going to be like, "Wow,
yes,"
and it's like, okay, it's. You know, there's a build up. Like I thought, okay, she's heading in it. But when she comes in, is like, this is my dress. We're all gonna be like, yeah. But I was like, is that it for real?
I think I would have liked more. I think I would have liked even like some pearl detail or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Just something like, Yeah, it was very, very plain. But I do think she can wear anything though. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. And I guess like if you could wear anything and that's what you're choosing, I was just like, could have been something else. It was safe. I think her choices were very, very safe.
Yes, definitely. Like she's gonna look pretty, but I would have then gone into, even if it's gonna be plain, then let's mess about with the material. Just as a designer, I would have just been like, let's use other material then. We don't need to go to satin. We could just go to silks. Let's do something else. Like, let's play about a bit. And it just was like, oh, cheers, white dress.
Yes, Hilda, it was much, much better than Bliss's dress. Nothing bad
on earth is better than Bliss's dress. Bliss went so far left with her dress. I don't even know how that dress is made. Like, who was designing that? That was just stupidness.
You know what it seemed like? You know, like in the 80s, yeah? That's what she seemed like. That's what her dress seemed like. It was so bad. It was
I don't know how she found it.
I don't know. I think she made it. I think she made it herself.
I think she already had her dress.
Yeah.
And they just put it in that space. Like, because nobody ain't making that dress. That is somebody that you have to design that dress, and a dressmaker is like, are you sure? Okay. Yeah. And then they make it for you.
I'm going to charge you more because it's awful. So yeah, Johnny basically saying he's got a new best friend. Amy, we thought actually she was going to go through the Bliss route because they showed her putting on the sleeves as well. Do you know what I mean?
I was going to do that shit.
Yeah. And she came up with this like little lace number with a lot of toil, I think it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it also had a split. I think the whole thing was doing too much. I thought like I don't like flowers on lace. Maybe I think that is. I don't know. There was like leaves. It was too much. It was too much leaf detail.
It was a lot. It's very common though, that style that she went for. It's such a common theme in like weddings. You know what the thing is, because she's kind of plainish, or maybe as we've seen her and Johnny have been very plain and earthy. I would have seen her in a dress that AD went for, just like a more plainer, simple. No, yeah, that's probably where I think I saw her in something plain, so I was a bit surprised. Like, oh, okay.
There was too much going on. The split, the lace, the dirt, like it just seemed like too much, and like the top as well. I think maybe like she would have been like more of like a slip dress and like detail on the back, like on the lower back kind of thing. That would have been really nice on her. Like maybe like a cow neck Rougean DL or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be nice.
Yeah. No, I can see her with something like that.
Yeah, not this.
All of every single one of them, I was like, can't somebody like style them?
Yeah.
When you're going to pick your dress, you can speak to the people there and just be like, what would you think would suit my shape? And then they bring it all out. It just felt like, guys, like you need a stylist in the room.
Yeah. But they were just like, no, the more car crashy, the better for TV.
And their families, I just don't believe them. Like there was, I don't know, maybe you're just in there and you're emotional, but AD, I was like, is that really something to start tearing up about? Like,
oh no, I feel like that it's happening for her. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's not really the outfit, it's more that I'm gonna get married.
Yeah, like this is real. This is becoming real. Yeah, no, I did believe that for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I could be hating. I never had that. I was pregnant, so I didn't have the fun. I needed to find a dress that fit. That was the only thing. Like, I needed a dress that I could put on over a bump.
Yeah,
and I could walk in.
Oh.
So yeah.
We gotta do
the dresses that I was looking at were spectacular dresses.
We gotta do well, I say we, you know. You guys renew vows or something so you can do it again.
Yeah. Maybe when we get to like 30 years.
That would be cute.
On my 50th. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so then we go into like Amy's mum does say some nice words in Spanish and they're all nodding like they understand the Spanish. That I feel like they should stop doing that. It's just such a like you clearly can't understand what she's saying. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, stop pretending and swinging. And also as well, like I don't know what. Then I wrote a note like I think I like AD more now. Like I like her more. I think like at the beginning, I wasn't with it because the whole Jimmy thing and stuff and everything like that, and her like painting red flags to match her. Sorry, when she sees a red flag, she's gonna match her nails, all that kind of stuff. Oh, do you want to get that from Dammy? Dammy's asking, Nana, how long have you been married?
12 years this year, but we've been together 24 years this year.
Yes.
So when I say 30 years, it will be on our 30th together anniversary, not married.
So cute.
So 6 years.
Yeah. Okay. No, make it sooner, man.
Like next year.
12, no, make it in 3 years, like do 15 years.
15 years married.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm laughing. Not that I'm organizing anything.
Then I could pick my dress that I want to wear, and I can drink. Not get Chelsea drunk, but I could drink on my wedding and stuff. That'd be fun.
Yeah, exactly. We can have a rave.
What Kiki says, AD is all in this marriage, but that man is bisexual, and she isn't his preference. Kiki, do you know something that?
Do you know something? Yeah.
Oh,
let us know.
Okay, yeah, I was not thinking that for
at all.
I just thought he was a philanderer, cheater.
Yeah.
I only ever called it. Life for Bodge has a question. Is it just me? But why do you not only ever call the black man gay and bi?
I mean, not you lot, first of all.
Because we didn't know about this. Or Kenneth didn't know, and didn't know. I'm just reading out. Kiki says it's just a feeling.
So now we got to pre-wedding dates. So AD and Clay, they go first. So Clay surprises AD with some flowers in the car, in the Escalade, I believe it is. She's just so happy. She's actually just so happy. They go to a restaurant on a rooftop, I guess. Yeah. To me, this is not looking special. This seems like pretty standard in most places in America.
Like just a standard date.
It
was. I wanted a special, like something, like like it was really like we've gone to some exclusive place, or we've found this really interesting spot and we're gonna have a date here. That just seemed really normal.
Yeah, it really was. Clay always eats like he's starving. It really annoys me. I don't like it.
I think that's how he eats, like he's.
Some women like that. Yeah, I do not. They like it when men eat like.
I'm eating
like cartoon characters. I don't like it.
Interesting. But he does sometimes look like he's wearing mascara. But I think it's just his eye detail. I always really notice Clay's eyes. Like they're very piercing.
You know what? I wouldn't even. That did not come into my mind. I have no idea where that comes from. Like, but if people think that, I don't know. Like people see things and do you know what I mean? And I think like on the dating shows, it is. I think people talk about it on the dating shows because it's like they're trying to understand, are they actually into the person or not? I think that's where it comes out. I don't think it's like, like a necessarily a negative thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know. I thought it was hyper.
Black men don't all act the same. Let the men don't be themselves. It actually is an interesting one. Yeah. I'm gonna think on this because it does come up a lot. That is for sure. People do bring that up, not just Kiki. Like this comes up a lot all the time, really. So that's an interesting. Why is that?
Yeah, because it came up with Kenneth.
Yeah.
It come up with Kenneth.
And after you were saying like it is out there, I was going looking, and people, loads of people were saying no, that man is gay, and it's like,
yeah,
I can see that. I just saw a man that was scared to be with this white woman and doesn't really like her, but I don't know.
Who knows? That's the thing. Okay, so oh shit, what did I do? Shit. Sorry. I lost my place.
Says anyway, misogyny is kicking all our asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day. Hey Sams. So okay, so their date was shit anyway. They did say in the future they do want to have 2 kids, and you know, AD's like, stick with me, I'll take you to the moon. Are you ready for the ride? He's like, yeah. Best friends forever.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, you do want somebody to always say that you're their best friend. I don't know, there's something in him forever saying she's my best friend.
I think it's just a good thing for him to say.
Yeah, I'm just on the fence with whether or not we're gonna get a wedding, we're gonna get a marriage out of these two. I just don't know. I can't call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I feel like he's gonna say no.
Well, to be fair, he's been hinting at no, as we said earlier, every day, every episode. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. Yeah, it's a bit nuts. But this is what I'm saying. It might be the edit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amy and Johnny, their date was camping.
Did they ever not be in the woods? I feel like the two of them are always either in a yard or outdoors. Like,
yeah, I don't like it. Seriously.
But that was dry. Okay.
Yeah, it was boring. It was just really, really, really boring. He said that she's very kissy today. That's the only thing that I remember from that. It was just dry. And then Chelsea and Jimmy, this seems where all the money went to, because they shut down the amusement park and just had them in there. They went on roller coasters. For me, that's a personal absolute not. Only like short, sharp rides. I don't like long roller coasters.
That
horrible.
big roller coaster that they went on, never in my life would I ever.
No.
That's not happening. But I can do a roller coaster. But that one, I was like, no.
No, I don't like. I don't like it. And yeah, it was just. I mean, they seem to have fun. They're drinking again. They had a dinner afterwards as well. So shut down the thing. Then they had a dinner as well. Like, okay, cool. All the money is going here.
Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah. And Jimmy's like, he has no doubt in his mind that Chelsea is his person. Jimmy's like, okay, so but when it comes to the marriage, we haven't spoken about it in a while. Like, how you feeling about it? And the silence is long and loud.
Yes.
Long. She doesn't. You know, ask the question, then they cut it. They cut it.
Chelsea's forever horrible. Like, this woman is such a villain.
You think she's a
Life of God says Chelsea is the type to let you go on a roller coaster. Chelsea is the type to let you go on the roller coaster by herself, do a runner, and block her number. Absolute nutter. Jimmy gaslighting himself.
Jordan, hey Jordan. Yeah.
Honestly, I could see Chelsea having one last convo with Jimmy and being like, I'm not sure, because I just feel like I'm not sure if you're the husband for me, because I need you to love me properly. Jimmy's gonna go all out and try and prove himself, and she's still gonna say no to him. Chelsea could do that to Jimmy.
Yeah.
And blame him and tell him all the which ways that he didn't do it for her to say yes. She's crazy.
Okay. Say Chelsea wasn't with Jimmy, yeah? Let's look Jimmy on his own, yeah? As a viable, like do you think he's husband material?
Yeah, he's all right. I think he's all right. I think Jimmy is actually probably like one of the best that Chelsea could get. If she was normal. If she was normal, but she's a psycho.
No. Take
Jimmy could get married
out of the equation.
Jimmy,
I don't think
woman.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he could be a husband. Like, definitely. I don't think he's far off of like husband material. He hasn't shown me that he's like a bad man in any way.
I don't think he's bad, so to speak. I think that he is lazy. I think he's lazy, he's low effort, minimal everything. Do you know what I mean? And and he's deeply insecure. That's what I think. Like, I just don't think I don't think he's a good option for a husband for Chelsea or Jess. I just don't. Or any.
I don't know. Jimmy is slightly dumber than Callum.
Leave Callie out of this.
So that's exactly like a standard bloke, an everyman. That is literally Callum and Jimmy. Like, yeah, they can get married and they could have a nice time with a wife. Like, yeah, but but for this type of American man, he is. Yeah, I think he's all right. No, he's not deeply insecure. He's being manipulated in his relationship. He definitely is. Like, I think he's a bit all over the place
at the same time, to be honest.
He's a bit all over the place because Chelsea keeps on placing him like that. Like, when he's thinking we're going well, Chelsea's like, "Oh no, we are not. You did this to me, and
you didn't kiss me today.
You did this to me. You didn't kiss me.
Jimmy says Jimmy's
falling for it. Yeah, he seems very regular man. Like, but Chelsea is going to. Chelsea's going to spin him round and ruin his life. That's what Chelsea has the propensity to do.
She's going to ruin his life.
Yeah, he's a King of the Hill, Homer Simpson type of husband. Exactly that.
Yeah.
No, Chelsea could absolutely ruin his life. Chelsea is the type of person who could have him like leave his job. Like, I don't like your work colleague, and she keeps it going until the point where you're like, you know what? Oh yeah, no, I should probably leave for a happy home. And then before you know it, you're unemployed home, and then she's beating you for being at home all the time. Like, she's a nutter.
I just want to know, like, how does she go to work? Like, how does she work?
Drunk Chelsea and sober Chelsea are totally different.
Because
crazy.
Like on planes, that alcohol hits you differently. It hits you harder when you're drinking on. Not, she shouldn't be drinking at work though, to be fair.
She's an air hostess, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does need therapy. I will agree with you.
Therapy due to the amount of time her trust has been broken. Crazy lady.
Yeah, because the thing is also as well, like, she obviously knows now, but like at the time she doesn't know that the other guy that she likes is a fucking liar.
Yeah. That's going to spin her.
Shantae May, yeah.
He will be banking on her being out of the country most days. That's the only way that their relationship will survive.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And then him and his little friends are gonna be hanging out. She's got reason. She's got reason.
Oh, she's crazy.
It's legit. No, but both things can be true.
Chelsea is bonkers, and Chelsea will probably drive Jimmy into his brethren's arms again.
I don't think he needs. I think he's there anyway. I honestly think he's there anyway. Wait.
Oh my god. Jimmy is the type to have a good run in marriage, 20 plus years, while Chelsea on the path to being an alcoholic with 5 cats. Life of Bodge.
What is, what? I feel like the stereotype needs to die.
She's going to have cameras everywhere. Chelsea absolutely is having cameras everywhere in the house.
If
she says yes. Because she could be like, Jimmy don't even know. Maybe he said something and now she's like, I'm going to absolutely break you. Like,
yeah. But he calls her clingy and insecure and thingy.
She could let it go.
I am. guys hating on cats all the time. No, I want them.
You don't need 5 cats.
I want them. Oh, mate.
Yeah. I don't know if Chelsea is going to say yes either. And even if she says no, I feel like Jimmy would still stay with her.
Yeah, I'm not
See how we left out the cat bits? Like, you can have 5 cats, but you know how alcoholic.
I'm definitely not alcoholic. I'm actually a lightweight. So
yeah, she drinks the least out of all of us.
I really do.
I think me and Farah need to do a toe-to-toe.
Oh my God, yeah.
I feel like my liver is stronger there. I think I can probably handle more
than Farah.
Yeah, I think I can.
Oh, actually, I don't know. No, I don't know what it is. I think Farah can drink more than you.
Nah.
Doesn't she? Because doesn't she drink more hard drinks? She drinks like rum, and stuff.
Gin.
Gin. Okay. See.
Yeah, I'm not really a spirit person, but I can drink spirits.
Yeah.
But I think before the effects of being, I think I could last longer before you'd be like, oh my God, he's drunk.
Yeah.
That generally does take a good 5 hours of drinking.
Jesus.
My liver can hold a lot. It can hold a lot.
Not at all. 1.5 drinks. I'm in tipsy world. I'm not. I'm on the road to tipsy-dom.
I think about 3 you've had in it is like, oh, okay. I think Sade maybe a little.
I was merry.
You're still not gone, but you're just merry.
Like,
but by then I'm just like, it's only been 3 drinks, and you're in Maryville.
Yeah, definitely feeling the effects, and I just don't get drunk anymore at all, ever. I'm not on it. I can't. I'm too much of a control freak. I can't do it.
Can't remember now. Maybe Boxing Day. Did I get drunk? Can't remember. Yeah, because I can't remember, so I probably did get drunk.
No, but I've memory loss drunk.
I've never been like that drunk, like, you know, like white girl drunk, like falling over. No, I don't know what could get me there. Well, not since I went to Tenerife, and I think my drink was spiked with something.
Oh no!
Or the weed was spiked with something. But at that time I was like, had to be carried home and shit.
Jeez,
that hasn't happened in a very long time.
Okay, good. Yeah, Chelsea, it seems like it's happening all the time, mate.
She's always drunk.
Serious.
Jimmy needs to run. Jimmy needs to run, man. Free Jimmy for real. I feel sorry for him.
Free Jimmy. He wants to be. No, I'm joking. But guys, I guess that's the end of the episode. What do you think is going to happen? So, who are you saying? Who do you think is going to make it down at?
Definitely getting married is Amy and Johnny.
Amy and Johnny. That's it.
Definitely. And then I'm gonna put it out there. I think AD and Clay are gonna get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe I want them to. Similarly to what you're saying about AD, I like her now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's her mum. That's the only reason.
Yeah, she comes from good stock, innit?
Yeah, her mum.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy and Chelsea, although I can see their worlds blending well, like their families, I just feel like Chelsea is gonna stitch him up. I think Chelsea's gonna say no. I feel like it. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna.
She might say no. I swear to God, she might say no. Do you know what I want to see?
Everyone's getting married. Maybe it could. I'm going that way as well. Either. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
I think the same. I think Amy and Johnny. I would be surprised if they didn't get married. I really would, because they sorted out the birth control and they got the father's permission. So those were the two things. So yeah. AD and Clay, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see him going taking the plunge. Do you know what I mean? I can even see Chelsea and Jimmy, to be honest. I actually can. Yeah, because she wants it so bad. Someone said it as well, and I think it is like it's still kind of like her completing her mission. Her mission is to have what Jess wanted.
Yeah, to just take it to the last point. Yeah, that is the truth though, Shantae May. No, if everyone gets married, the episodes will be boring. I know,
but like, yeah, do you know what they should do? If they want to spice it up, they should have Jeremy and Sarah Ann be guests at the wedding.
Oh, good grief. Good grief. Life of Bodge says AD and Clay not getting married, but they're gonna smash for a couple more years. She ain't letting him go. I mean, that could be their ending. Like maybe Clay is like, this is just too fast for me.
I don't know. I think
really love you and I want to be with you. And maybe they are going to carry on, but I don't know. I just feel like they will get married. I don't know if their marriage is going to last.
No.
But I feel like they may do it.
I do think though, I think that AD knows she can do better than Clay though as well. Do you know what I mean? She's given herself to the experiment and she's going with it. Do you know what I mean? But I think that she knows, yeah, there's other options for me. Like if it doesn't happen, and she kind of said it, she's just like, I can take a yes or no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She will adjust. She'll get over it. Do you know what I mean? She'll do her thing. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. And also, I think she really does want a white man, a white rich man as well. So
yeah, I don't think that. Yeah. Shantae says, bring Michael to AD's and Clay's wedding. I love it. We want chaos.
And Salah says Jimmy will say no. Jimmy will say no. He's taking all this to look like he's trying. He can't seriously, open-minded, lying, be going into something so toxic, and she's clearly damaged. That could happen.
He does give off shady vibes as well.
That could take place. Yeah, totally could be like, I'm a victim here, and then when it comes to it, just be like, no, because you're mad.
Yeah, you done this, and this. He could do. Oh, what was that girl's name? You know, when she got to the altar and she was just like, she read out a list of all the reasons why she can't marry him, and you know, just embarrassed him. Oh, I can't remember what her name was now.
You could do that for.
She was the one that said, "Oh, he told me that I shouldn't eat or something." And then they showed the clip at the end where it just didn't happen the way she said it. Zainab, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, what's the drama gonna be? Well, we definitely know Amy and Johnny are doing it. They're a guaranteed yes.
If they don't, nah.
That would be the craziest if one of them said no. That would be like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, I think they are certified going to make it happen. And a part of me would like to see Clay and AD. I think I want to see it.
I would like to be free for free. That's what I think. Free for free. Yeah,
I think I want to see it in the same way that I really wanted Jared and Anaya or Alana, can't remember what her name was, to get married. Although I knew that they probably wasn't going to last. I think I want to see these guys get married.
Who's that? Who's Jared?
They were from season 2 or 3. Black guy, really tall and small, light-skinned woman.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well, I really liked them together. Like I wanted
she was
them.
His second choice.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just made that apparent in their marriage. But I really did. I hoped that maybe they could sort it out in life, and obviously it didn't happen.
No, you cheated on her. Taking the piss.
And then tried to be like, no, I didn't. You were holding some guy's hand. I was like,
yeah. Sonia.
Chelsea will argue with Jimmy at the altar if he says no. She'll buff him up if he says no.
You really, really will. Oh my god.
If Jimmy says no at the altar, he better say no and run.
Yeah. Honestly.
Daily Diet says, I want Chelsea to say no, go try be with Trevor and find out the hard way. I just want carnage.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, you never know if Trevor and his girl, his ex, the real girlfriend, have truly broken up. That could be why they broke up. Because like Chelsea came back round and Chelsea and Trevor actually have got back together. And they are now a
have you seen his ex? Have you seen her?
Is she a lot better than Chelsea? Is she on Jess's level?
Yeah, she's a gym bunny as well.
Yeah, that's gonna crush her.
Yeah.
Jimmy's gonna suffer.
He might be like his dad. I know what she is. I'm here anyway.
That is going to be Jimmy if he gets locked down by Chelsea.
Yeah.
That literally is. That's why he knows it.
Crazy. Okay, guys.
Oh, no way. He ghosted her a few weeks ago just before the show aired.
Who's that?
So Trevor ghosted his girlfriend that he went through.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Back is too broad for Trevor. You guys are crazy. Yeah, Sade says Clay gives off sneaky vibes, something not quite right with him. Of course there's something not right. He stays out all night.
Yeah. No, seriously. He knows that thingy, but what's her name's gonna go through anyway? It's too beefy, but in a gym way, not as athletic. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's hunky.
Him and his ex, I'm gonna say, they building a gym brand or something like that. Do you know what I mean? They're gym bunnies. That's what they do. That's their way of life. Do you know what I mean?
Oh Lord. Oh God, you're killing me.
I think on that note, on note of joy, we are going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it. It was a long episode today. So thanks for staying with us this whole time. Remember to watch our main show as well. Episode is out now, episode 181. We were talking about Tiffany Haddish, Diddy, Wendy Williams, lots going on in there. And yeah, there's we'll be back again on Monday at 12-ish as well. Make sure you follow us. Your aunties could never, NanaEvans.com, Sade Salami. All of our details are in the description box. And we will see you next week. Like, comment, subscribe, replay gang as well. Yeah. See you later. Bye.